who will get the Iron Throne? Who is going to be king of the Seven Kingdoms? Or maybe queen of the Seven Kingdoms? We will find out that in less than 2 weeks. Hey guys, how's it going? Lucas Gilbert here for one more Game of Thrones episode review. Today we're gonna talk about episode number 4, which is right after the Battle of Winterfell finishes. The living won the war against the dead, Arya killed the Night King, but now they have a lot of dead people after the war, of course. So the episode starts with them burning the dead, but they're not burning the dead because they're afraid they'll become zombies, but because they're doing like a ritual, a celebration, a funeral for them. And in that scene we see a lot of important characters that die during the battle, such as Jorah and Khaleesi. Dany is really sad looking at him dead. Jorah is there, Theon already died, so Sansa is also really sad, and she gives him not gives him because he's already dead, but she puts on him the Stark symbol, and it's really meaningful because she's saying, okay, you're not a Greyjoy, now you're officially a Stark, even though you did all that crap with us some seasons ago, but now you're officially Stark, you're forgiven, and you can rest in peace right now. We also see Beric, who sacrificed himself to save Arya. We see Lyanna, who killed the giant and died in the process. And we also see Ed, Jon's brother from the Night's Watch. After the funeral, the celebration starts. Of course, they had just already beaten the army of the dead. So they celebrate, they drink a lot, they flirt with each other. And what we see is the following.
We fought dead things and lived to talk about it. If this isn't the time to drink, when is?
We see Jaime and Brienne pretty much undressing each other with their eyes. They are really passionate about each other, but they don't say anything. They're playing a drinking game and things go south. Meanwhile, Dany is only watching the party and she notices a lot of wildlings and people from the north talking very good things about Jon Snow. Tormund says, "Did you see that he rode a dragon? Only 2 kinds of people do that. Mad people and kings." And that really bothers Dany. Gendry is looking for Arya because she isn't there in the celebration, and when he's leaving the room, Dany stops him and says, "Oh, you're Robert's son. You're Robert's Baratheon son." And he gets really afraid because Robert killed her family pretty much. But she says, "Don't worry, it's okay. You were a bastard, now you're not a bastard anymore. I'm naming you Lord of Storm's End." So now Gendry, who was a smith previously, now is a lord. Knowing that, he finds Arya and proposes to her. He says that he loves her, that he wants her to be his wife, but Arya kisses him and says, "That's not me." And it's really curious because that's the same thing she said to her father, Ned Stark, on season number 1, when he says, "Arya, you'll be a lady someday," and she answers, "That's not me." If Gendry didn't have much luck, Jaime, in the other hand, was really lucky because he got the girl. He gets laid, he goes to bed with Brienne. Jaime goes to bed with Brienne. Brienne of freaking Tarth. Who would imagine this like, I don't know, 4 or 5 seasons ago? That would be pretty much impossible. Then we see a really important scene. We see Jon and Daenerys talking to each other. They start kissing, they start making out, but then they stop to just discuss their relationship, what's going on. And Dany says, "I want to be with you. I want us to be together, but for that to happen, you can't tell anyone that you're Aegon Targaryen." Pretty much what she says is, don't tell anyone that you're the rightful king, because I want to be king, I don't give up on that dream, so don't tell anyone if you want me, okay? That's selfish, but that's Dany. Jon says he doesn't want the throne. He says that Daenerys is his queen. He doesn't care about the throne, but he doesn't like lying. He wants to tell his sisters, Arya and Sansa. Daenerys then begs him not to do so, but there is no way. Jon tells Arya and Sansa that he's actually Aegon Targaryen, the rightful heir of the throne. But he make them swear they won't tell anyone about his secret. Do you know what's going to happen? We'll see. Then we see Bronn arriving at Winterfell. I don't know how he did it. He just got into the castle, no one notices him. He just finds Jaime and Tyrion sitting, hanging around. I don't know how he found them sitting there in that specific room. But I don't know, he goes there with a crossbow, no one stops him, but okay, no problem. He goes there with a crossbow and he threatens the Lannister brothers because Cersei hired him to kill them. After a little bit of negotiation and a punch to Tyrion's face, they get to an agreement. The brothers promise Bronn that he will have Highgarden if they win the war against Cersei. Do you remember that I said that Jon made his sisters swear that they won't tell anyone about his secret? 5 minutes later, Sansa tells Tyrion. Yeah, like 5 minutes later. If you want to tell secrets to anyone, don't tell Sansa, please, don't do it. The conclusion is Sansa is a rat, and if Tyrion knows, Varys knows. And he's the spider. He's the one who tells gossip around from season 1 to season 8. He knows everything. He has his sources. So I don't know. This is the worst person ever that could know the secret. Varys knows that Jon Snow is actually Aegon Targaryen. If Varys knows, the world knows. Most of the army is going towards King's Landing, but the wildlings won't go. Their job is done, they already helped the war against the dead, and now they're going back north of the wall. There's no wall anymore, but they're going north anyway. So that's our goodbye to Tormund, one of the best characters ever of Game of Thrones. He will probably not show up anymore, and Jon Snow tells him to bring Ghost with them because he will be more comfortable in the north. But he doesn't even pet Ghost. He doesn't even say goodbye. That was really mean, Jon Snow. Don't do that to a dog or a wolf, I don't know. So part of the army is going to Dragonstone. They're going by ship and they are ambushed by Yrann's Greyjoy fleet. And what happens? They shoot giant arrows towards the dragon and Rhaegal is hit twice. And then what we see is Rhaegal falling down into the sea, and I think he's dead. I don't know, but it didn't show if he was dead or not, but he got an arrow through the neck, so I don't think he stands a chance to be still living. So Rhaegal is dead, we can say that. Rhaegal is dead and Daenerys only has one dragon left. And when we thought Jaime and Brienne would be like a Disney couple, they would be happy ever after and have a lot of kids, Jaime comes back to old Jaime mode and leaves to King's Landing. He says he does everything for his sister, for Cersei, and then he's coming back. But we don't have sure if he's coming back to King's Landing to help Cersei or to kill Cersei. It was weird, but mystery. There's like a prophecy saying that Cersei is gonna be killed by a younger brother, and Jaime is her twin, but he was born a few minutes later, so he's technically her younger brother. What we notice in the end of the episode is that Varys is switching sides. Varys is not confident about Daenerys anymore. He thinks that she's going a little bit mad after she lost 2 of her sons, and Varys switching sides is not a good thing for Daenerys. She needs to be careful. And Tyrion still supports Daenerys, but I don't know, Varys can be really manipulative sometimes. I think that perhaps Varys is going to convince Tyrion to switch sides as well. And last but not least, we see the final meeting. We see finally Daenerys meeting with Cersei. Actually, who met were their hands, Tyrion and Qyburn. And they talk about surrender. Anyone will surrender to save the other part, but no one wants to surrender. That's the real fact. And after Tyrion trying to convince Cersei that she has feelings, that it's going to be better for her to surrender instead of dying, she doesn't care and chops Missandei's head off. Grey Worm, who was someone that didn't have feelings, had a lot of feelings on that scene. And one thing that bothered me a lot is that Cersei had just told Euron that she was pregnant with his child, and Tyrion comes to her and says, "Do that for your child." How can Tyrion know that Cersei is pregnant when Euron just knows right now? Maybe Cersei is pregnant with Jaime's baby and she's pretending that is Euron's baby. That can be a huge problem next week. And the conclusion I drew from this episode is that Daenerys is further away from the throne. I think she won't be the queen of the Seven Kingdoms. I think people are turning against her. I think people are supporting Jon. I think with Varys against her, it's really hard to get the throne. But let's see, we'll have one more episode of Game of Thrones this Sunday. That's it. I hope you liked this video. I hope you could practice your listening with this video 100% in English. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. It's really important for me. It's really important to know that you like the video, that you like this kind of video 100% in English. So thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber yet, please subscribe. Click on the subscribers button and also click on the bell so you can get all the notifications from this channel that have a lot of nice videos for you to watch. We only have 2 more reviews coming, 2 more episodes coming. I really hope that we enjoy a lot these 2 last episodes, and I just hope that Game of Thrones wraps everything up perfectly in the way that we are expecting. So that's it. See you next week. Bye bye.